here's my Biz Cafe simulation presentation. My cafe was called the Lucky Bean. Here is my logo for my cafe on the left, and here is my ad for hiring on the right. I tried to get the colors as close as I could, and I just made it kind of simple and to draw, appealing to draw people in. So I just put that the Lucky Bean is now hiring servers with a $12.75 hourly wage. Are you passionate about coffee? If so, inquire today with us and become part of our team. Later on, we get the decision to add multiple cup sizes in baked goods, so I just put the full cafe menu on there. A small coffee is $3.25. Medium coffee was $3.75. Large coffee was $4.25, and baked goods were $2 each. Employees and their wages, I had 15 servers and 3 managers. That extra manager came once I added weekend hours, and same with another server. Servers at first made $12.75 an hour, and then I bumped up their pay to $13 an hour per server, and managers made $900 a week per manager. Weekly finances. So weekly finances included employee wages, which including taxes, it totaled almost $5,000 at $4,998.75, and organic coffee at $7 per pound of a weekly purchase. That kind of just depended on what week of the simulation we were at. At the end, I was at about 84 pounds, I believe, of coffee that I was purchasing per week. And then advertising and promotional total expenses every week or every quarter, I guess, that we did were $1,960. When it came to special decisions, choosing a decision over the customer survey, I chose to set out a suggestion box, and from that I received positive and effective feedback. People loved the coffee, good line and service. For a special decision staff training, I decided to purchase the ongoing training program because I thought it would pay off more in the end, and finances wise, it made sense to just purchase an entire ongoing program instead of per time, and employees appreciated the training after that. Regarding the special decision of baked goods, I decided instead of buying a baking oven to buy from the local bake shop, and sales went well from the baked goods. We sold a lot. They weren't as much as I thought they'd be, but still sold baked goods. The special decision regarding advertising that our coffee is fair trade coffee when it's not, I chose to not advertise coffee as fair trade coffee because I didn't want to falsely advertise, and that ended up being a good decision as customers were satisfied with not being falsely advertised about our coffee. Special decision green upgrade, replacing the light bulbs and toilets to more environmentally friendly and efficient ones. I decided to replace the light bulbs in the toilets and spend that money, and customers noticed the changes and I received rebate later on a little bit for the non-environmentally friendly light bulbs and toilets that I had. Special decision multiple cup sizes. I decided to purchase small and large cups in bulk, and the sales went well from the multiple sizes. Didn't sell as many as I did the medium, but I still sold plenty of small and large coffees. Special decision regarding weekend hours. I decided to be open on Saturday and Sundays from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. And sales were lower on the weekends than they were on the weekdays, but over time they improved. Special decision with the problem employee. I decided to hold a meeting for all employees, clarifying company policy so that one employee wouldn't feel singled out and that we could just reiterate the company policy. And what happened was that the employee improved for a little bit, but reverted back to her old ways. So that was a little bit of a letdown. Special decision regarding Internet Cafe. I decided to provide free high-speed access, and customers did enjoy it, but some customers complained that internet users took up too many seats, or that people were using the cafe internet for pirated information. So that was a little bit sad, but I'm glad that they were able to use the internet access. Special decision, the last one regarding live entertainment. I decided to accept the radio show offer because I thought, for the most part, it's going to help and not really hurt my cafe, and that's what it did. The radio show was very successful, and people talked about it for a while after it happened. Some key success factors for the Lucky Bean was making sure that the correct decision for any special decisions as they affect customers and the cafe's finances, just to make sure to make the right one and really think about how each decision for a special decision would affect the cafe differently. Another thing that went well was purchasing almost exactly, if not exactly, pretty close to the correct amount of projected coffee beans needed each week. Only once or twice did coffee beans go to waste, so that was satisfying to be able to get right on the dot how many pounds of coffee I needed each week. The marketing spots, I did general awareness for radio ads, and that was successful. I think that it helped. And then handing out flyers, but that didn't cost anything to me. But the radio and the general awareness, did help my cafe get word of mouth around. And I think my fair prices for coffee and baked goods also helped the success of the Lucky Bean. Takeaways from the Biz Cafe simulation, I would say, were to make sure to keep employees happy, as their attitudes affect the customers and affect the business overall. To invest in advertising and customer feedback, like the surveys, because that is helpful and useful to know what people liked, what they didn't like, what needs improved on. Another thing is to make sure to check on competitor businesses and either their prices, really just their prices, and see what they're putting out there in advertising. And then the last thing would be to realize how each special decision option would affect the cafe when faced with one. Go through each option that you're given and see how it would affect the cafe and which one would affect it in a positive way.